Today in Question Time, the Labor opposition asked a number of questions about a report that has featured on the front page of the Sydney Morning Herald today and yesterday. A report that was commissioned by NESA, which showed that students are struggling with writing in New South Wales schools, that writing, the teaching of writing, is neglected in our schools, especially in our high schools, and that teachers don't feel equipped to teach it. Now, this goes to the key issue that we have been discussing about New South Wales schools in this House, about the question of declining educational standards. This is not a new question, Mr. President. This is something that we have been debating for years. Indeed, I have characterised this as a decade of decline under the Liberal National Government. We have been sliding down those standards for years, and in December last year, the nail in the coffin showed that our students in New South Wales, for the very first time, weren't meeting the OECD average for reading across a number of different standards. Now, the Minister may have been briefed this morning about this report because it appeared on the front page of the Sydney Morning Herald, but we learned that it's been sitting in the shelves of NESA for 2 years. 2 years as students have struggled in our schools. This report, showing a way forward, has been nestled in the back bookshelves, neglected until the Sydney Morning Herald decided to actually report about it. Now, the Minister today was pointing to the curriculum review as though that's going to solve the problem. The curriculum review is only now coming underway. Why are our students being neglected and being forced to wait for 2 years when there's a list of recommendations that's sitting on a shelf just waiting to be read? What is this government doing? The other issue that the Minister talked about was the need to improve the quality of university candidates. Great. But why hasn't that been happening for the last 2 years? Why are we waiting for a curriculum review that was still being commissioned 2 years ago, that was still underway? Why are students and parents and teachers being forced to wait for this government to keep neglecting New South Wales schools? Mr. President, I also asked questions today about community language schools that were abruptly forced to close a fortnight ago. On the basis we found out now that students from different districts are coming together. There are a range of extracurricular activities that are occurring right now across Sydney, and GPS schools were given an exemption for sports. This is a clear benefit to students. These are small, community-based language schools. They are suffering from the disruption that has occurred this year, and they must be given a guarantee to return in term 4. They must be given more resources to provide remote learning for these students.
Members' time.